Good evening and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living on the Lake and our Monday evening service. Let us begin with consciousness. Join me. As I quiet my mind, I open up to the divine mystery of life, awakening within me that spark, that desire, that infinite intelligence that allows me to be exactly who I am. The energy and vibration of life itself flowing and moving through me with great excitement and delight as I welcome this day, this evening, this time together. I know that each and every one of us is a divine idea in the mind of the infinite, and as such, bring to this planet, to this earth, to this time, something beautiful, wonderful, magnificent, and unique. So celebrating the unique divine individuality that we each are, knowing that all of us are some part of the infinite one, I know that this evening is truly a gift and a blessing. And so I quiet my mind. I relax into this time and space, and I allow myself to be open and receptive. So feeling the energy and vibration of love, excelling at this journey called life, I take these ideas and I release them into the law of mind, knowing it is done. All is well. And so it is.
Greetings. I bring you our land acknowledgement. We're honored to be meeting on this land that many First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people from across Turtle Island call home. We acknowledge and thank the original caretakers and knowledge keepers of this territory, the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabeg, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat. We give thanks to all nations, recorded and unrecorded, who also share the responsibility for this territory. We honor the Dish with One Spoon Treaty and our responsibility to peaceably share and care for the resources that surround us. We also acknowledge that as we continue to grow on these lands, there remain inequality and discrimination toward our BIPOC and 2S LGBTQ plus family. We therefore strive to be allies and take an active part in reconciliation. We recognize our oneness, we realize our history, and we choose to create a new reality. We are one. Please take a moment to honor the stewards of the land where you find yourself. Thank you. Our vision at CSL on the Lake is transforming the world through the emergence of the authentic self. Our mission is to welcome you as you are, where you are, without judgment or criticism, providing a sacred place of learning and growing as you seek to achieve your greatest dreams. We accomplish this by offering Science of Mind classes, social events, inspiring workshops, thought-provoking services, and practitioner support. We honor the revelation of your emerging authentic self through our positive messaging and loving support.
Get ready, my soul. Great song to introduce the idea of this radiant intelligence of which we are some part. And it's acknowledging that the world is not as physical as it looks, but rather it is a state of mind. And what we are comes from our thoughts of yesterday, and our present thoughts will build our thoughts of tomorrow. That comes from the Buddha. Now, most of the thoughts that we are thinking, we know that if we change our thinking, we begin to change our life. We know that it is the thoughts that move the energy and create, the experiences that we have. I think sometimes we forget that the thoughts we think are not our real thoughts. They're sort of a collection of judgments and criticisms and doubts and other people's commentary that we've picked up along the way. I mean, think about it for a minute. There's something inside of you that you really want to do. And then a little voice goes, oh, that would be bad, or this person would disapprove of it, or, right? We get this little second guessing thing going on because there is thoughts that are running that have come to us from many, many people around us, whether it's from church or from home, from parents, from siblings, from relatives, from friends, neighbors. We've received messaging from the media as to what is acceptable and what is not. And we begin to live our lives according to those things. When we start to really take a deep dive into who we really are, into that place of the divine mystery, as we begin to live there, what we do is begin to experience this energy inside that is enlivening and expanding. It allows us to show up in a way that's real, uncensored, something that is truly, truly us. So when we think about what thoughts we are thinking, it's always a good idea just to double check. I mean, I've caught myself saying something to my children, and once it's come out of my mouth, I went, whoa, that was my mom. And it's not something that I would consciously have said, but here it is, right? So we want to realize that there is a part of the original mind, which is the unconditioned self, and that's our real self. And what we want to do is move back there. We want to move back to that place like the little child that asks so many questions, that's always saying, why, rather than accepting what is and going, well, it's not what I want, but I guess I'm stuck with it. But going into that place of, inquisitiveness that says, what if, or now what, or oh, why is this like this? Why is the sky blue? Why does the sun shine? Why is it dark at night? There's lots of questions that little kids ask along the way. The unconditioned self is the self that says, I am lovable. It's the self that knows itself, right? And every now and again, I don't know if you've had a glimpse of this, but every now and again, we will be in an experience and it's like there's an observer. There's a part of us that is sort of on the outside looking at the behavior or whatever, going, this is what's going on right now. Like there's two parts of us. And I don't think there's two parts of us, but I think there's a consciousness, a higher intelligence within us that when we tap into that, the real authentic us, the reason why we're here, the reason why we were born, the gifts that we bring into the human race at this time, all of this is revealed in those moments. And it's really incredibly powerful. When we think about the ideas of judgment and criticism, fear, when we think about all of those things, they're all very limiting. When we look at an idea that we have that comes maybe from that divine higher self, when we think of that idea and we immediately go, oh, well, I can't do that. I'm not good enough, or, oh, I don't really know how, or I'm not lovable. That neuroses that creates all of that comes from the material that we've received, the information we've received throughout our life experience. What we want to do is begin to shift that and taking a drop at a time, stopping that judgment and criticism machine, beginning to find a way to love ourselves as we are, where we are, with the gifts that we have that are unique to us, because all of us are in fact unique and special. And this infinite intelligence of which we're a part, infinite intelligence, radiant intelligence, the divine beloved, the divine mystery. When we live there, now what? We don't know. Something new, something exciting, something vibrant, something remarkable happens as a result of being present in this place of the unknown with a teachable, open heart, a place of going, show me, lead me, guide me, whatever. Let me find my way in this mystery, because I don't have all the answers. I don't know what's coming next. We like to pretend we do, but the truth is we don't. And so if we can begin to realize that the way we have been thinking is a little bit like using old software on a computer, right? The computer software, maybe is Mind 5.0, as is said in the book, what is it, Life Loves You, by Louise Hay and Robert Bolden, right? Mind 5.0. Well, that's our 5-year-old, right? Because really a lot of what we believe to be true about life, we learned in the first 5 years. Now, we may have had really loving, gracious, glorious parents who gave us a container that we could grow and expand in, or maybe not. So where are we today as adults, as we're journeying along in this life experience, if in fact our consciousness got kind of stopped at age 5? That what we believe to be true about the life, about the world, came from some of the things that occurred to us, some of the things that were told to us while we were little. No, don't do that. No, don't do this. That's bad. That's wrong, right? Some of us got those messages on the regular, and then what it does is it's like it forms a cocoon that holds us in this place of stasis instead of allowing us to break free into that butterfly, the metamorphosis. Well, we're here to experience the metamorphosis. I love that song, Get Ready, My Soul. And in the beginning, there's the visual of the butterfly. It's like the idea of opening up to something, about allowing ourselves to breathe into this moment, going, I don't know what I don't know, but I'm willing to see. I'm willing to see what comes. I'm willing to use affirmations and denials and treatment and prayer work and meditation and silence to discover, to find the part of me that I have buried deep, deep down inside. I'm willing to take that deep dive and allow it to come to the surface, the true, authentic me, whatever that looks like. Letting fear be set aside, knowing that it is simply false evidence appearing real. Letting aside the judgment and the criticism that maybe I receive from teachers or bosses or parents or siblings, whoever, and letting all that go, knowing that was merely the beliefs, attitudes, and ideas of somebody else presented to me from their perception, and it really had nothing to do with who and what I am, and what I bring to this universe at this particular time that is so needed and so necessary. This week, we have the International Day of Peace on Thursday, and I'm hoping you will all join me. The link is in our newsletter. Join me on that Thursday night to be in meditation and in silence and in storytelling and in prayer, to embody the idea of what is peace. Peace doesn't happen because somebody in the Middle East lays down a gun. Peace happens when inside myself, I accept my life, myself, my journey, where I am, as life is. And in that place of acceptance and surrender, I open up to, now what? That divine mystery being revealed and awakened within me in ways that I had no idea were even there. Ideas that begin to spark a flame and light it and move me into a consciousness that is brand spanking new. When I think back to my late 20s, when I had that epiphany moment, that's what happened. It's like I went from darkness to light in a moment. And it was shocking and surprising and warm and beautiful and loving and fantastic. And it's, we have those moments of full awareness of the radiance of this divine one. And then through life and through journey and through sorrow and through grief and through ups and downs and whatever, again, we start to forget and we start to slow down our vibration and we start to relax into the mundane and forget that we're not here to be normal. We're not here to be mediocre. We are here to excel. We are here to delight and strive. We are here to stand out in a crowd, not play small and hide. We're here to be the brilliant, beautiful, glorious lights of love and peace and well-being that we were created to be. The radiant intelligence is what we are. It is an intelligence, a way of being that is so vibrant and full. And when we read things like Ernest Holmes, we start to see that my thoughts, the thoughts that I have, I can change them. The thoughts that I have about any particular event cause it to be positive or negative, not the other way around. The thought that I have is neutral. The event that I find myself in is neutral until I decide, until I choose. And it is in that choice that I move from a place of possibility and awakening and excitement and delight, or maybe into judgment, fear, and criticism, where I begin to close the doors to that infinite possibility or open them wide, allowing the floodgates to just simply open right up so everything can flow and be, and to ride that wave with excitement and delight, not knowing what, when, where, how, why, but knowing that something fantastic is occurring. And I don't need to know the why and the how of it. Those are questions that I don't get the answers to. But if I will allow myself to simply be, well, that's the magic. That's when all of a sudden we're installing a brand new software. Instead of Mind 5.0, we're in 2023 and we've got the latest upgrade. And man, this thing is firing. It's fast and it's quick and it's bright and it's brilliant, and it lifts and raises and expands consciousness. It begins to create the absolute energy that brings peace to our lives and to our world. It's not something that happens one day, someday down the road, if somebody comes along and does some grand gesture, but rather in this now moment, I get to be the peace that I want to see in the world. I get to be the excitement that I choose to see in this world. I get to be a part of this divine mystery where I just allow myself to simply stand tall, stand out, and be what life created me to be. Life loves you. Life loves you. Life loves me. When we come to that place of going, wow, I'm part of a loving universe. This radiant intelligence is love and light, and it's right here, and it operates through law. And when we come to that understanding, we soon realize that the way I think is creating the life that I'm living, my hell or my heaven. Because those are not vacation destination points. Those are states of consciousness. And where am I in that? Am I alive and present, awake and aware? Or am I hiding and shriveling and playing small and thinking life is hard and difficult? I used to live there all the time. Now I just visit there occasionally. I try not to do it too often. The ideas of life and living and what we bring to the world, the dance we have with this divine mystery, it's up to us. You see, we can choose moment by moment to go, it simply is. It is what it is. Let me be in it. Let me feel it and see it. You know, I had a wild week last week. Our beautiful cat of 20 years died on Tuesday, and that was heart-wrenching. And I know that because he was old and sick, and I know it was the right thing for us to let him go, but at the same time, that's a family member. And so there's feelings there, and it's allowing ourselves to honor the feelings, honor the grief, honor the tears, and to know that this too moves, and it dissolves, and then it reawakens and it flows, and it just is what it is. And we're here not to have a blissful experience for the 50, 60, 80, 100 years that we're here, but rather to live the fullness of life moment by moment, whatever that looks like. In the mess of it, in the joy of it, in the celebration of it, and in the grief of it, in the all of it, we are here to live, not to put in time. Not to put in time. Time moves, right? There's always this movement one day to the next, to the next. Are you in it? Are you really in it? Are you living within this radiance and allowing yourself to radiate the love, the beauty, the grace, the goodness that you are? Are you fully present in your particular life, whatever mess it might be or whatever glorious excitement it might be, knowing that all of it is part of the one? All of it is absolute beauty, bliss, joy, grace, bleh. And all of it is just what it is. It's neutral until I name it. But if we can just sit with it and honor where we are, and honor the upset and the confusion and the joy and the celebration, and laugh and cry and simply be, we begin to heal the old wounds, and we begin to let go of the old patterns, and we begin to show up in life in a way that's really glorious, not just for us, but for everyone. When we are living within that divine mystery, we actually are bringing good everywhere that we go, regardless of how we feel in any given moment. We are bringing that light. If we want to see peace on earth, it's not going to happen because somebody overseas did something different. Putin decided to withdraw his forces. That isn't what creates peace. Peace is a state of mind. And it's a state of mind that I can nurture today and every day. It's a state of mind that you can nurture today and every day. And because we're all part of one thing, as we all begin to honor that state of mind, that consciousness, what happens is there's a ripple effect that flows out. And then we begin to see that everything and everyone is some part of this glorious flow that is life. And all of it has value. All of it. What we like and what we don't like, it all has value. What feels difficult and what feels easy, it all has value. So today we're coming to this place, this understanding of knowing that there are ways in which we can begin to shift our consciousness so that we might live in a greater harmony with life. And one of them is affirmation. And affirmations are like creating a new beginning. And it's not like they're an answer to a problem. It's about shifting our focus from a problem to a possibility. It's merely that simple shift. It's like putting a key in a lock and giving it a turn, and you feel the click of the tumblers inside, and all of a sudden the door swings open. It's the same thing. So today we're in a place where we can choose. We can choose to live in a new way. We can choose to let go of the limiting beliefs and allow ourselves to imagine something brilliant and beautiful and expansive and creative, something infinite and unlimited. We can begin to start with little affirmations and maybe saying, life loves me. Maybe that's hard. Maybe that's hard to do if there's a challenge at the moment, but maybe starting with, I allow life to love me today. I am grateful for life loving me. I say yes to life loving me today. I am grateful for life loving me. Life loves me and I feel blessed. Taking these affirmations and repeating them over and over, finding what fits for you wherever you are today, and allowing that affirmation to take you to a new place, allowing it to lift out of the depths into a place of illumination and awakening, a place of expansion and possibility. And as we say these things over and over again, the old begins to drift away, begins to wash away, and something new is born. Well, not newborn. We're back to being the newborn. We're back to being that spark of life that came in with nothing but potential, possibility, infinite creative energy. We return. We return to the one. We return to the awareness, the understanding, the acceptance. I am one with the absolute. Not separate from, not different than, but a part of. And not only me, everybody, the people I like and the ones I don't, the people I love, the ones that I struggle with, all of it part of this one divine, radiant intelligence. Wow. And this is where we begin. This is where we begin to accept that life is happening through us, and that by changing our thinking, shifting our focus, we return to the one. So I invite you now to just take a deep breath. We're going to go into meditation. And I want to invite you to just sit comfortably, your feet on the floor. Take a deep breath in. And as you relax your body, just allow another deep breath in, relaxing a little bit further. And one more time, deep breath in. And relaxing. And it is in this place of relaxation, in this place of comfort and safety and security, that I surrender. And I invite you to just surrender your thoughts, surrender this moment, surrender doubt, fear, belief. Just surrender, just let go. And imagine that you are a part of this infinite one. Imagine a radiant light at the very core of your being, a beautiful pink light, soft and pulsating and warm and inviting. And imagine that light expanding, moving through your physical body, touching every cell, enlivening every aspect of your physical being. And feeling that energy and knowing and calling it by a name that is familiar, calling it love, a warm energy of oneness. And as that beautiful soft pink light fills your entire body, your consciousness, imagine it filling the room that you're in. Just love this beautiful, soft, inviting energy of love. And now imagining that it even goes beyond the walls of your home, into your neighborhood, to your city, lifting hearts and minds, welcoming, loving, drawing together this human family. And beyond the human family into the plant and animal life, all of creation touched by this energy that is pulsing from the very core of your being, lighting up all life everywhere, wrapping itself around our world entirely, touching hearts and minds in ways they may never have been touched before. This glorious light, lifting consciousness globally, transforming thoughts from struggle to surrender to peace and joy and celebration, connection and community and possibility. And feeling that energy, that beautiful, expansive energy, even beyond the planet into the universe, out through the galaxy. and allowing it to be, to simply be. And bringing your attention back into your own heart space, not contracting the energy that has been expressed, but rather acknowledging your oneness with it. And in this place of heart, taking a breath, and as you release it, bringing yourself back to this time, to this place, to this moment, and allowing this music to move you as you continue to be in this meditative state.
You are seen, you are heard, you are loved for who you are. You are enough, you are complete, you are love. You are seen, you are heard, you are loved for who you are. You are enough, you are complete, you are love. You are love, you are love, you are love. I am seen, I am heard, I am loved for who I am. There is nothing I need to change. I am love. I am love. I am love. I am love. I am seen. I am heard. I am loved for who I am. There is nothing I need to change. I am loved. I am loved. I am loved. I am loved. I am seen. I am seen. I am heard. I am heard. I am loved for who I am. I am enough. I am enough. I am complete. I am complete. I am loved. I am loved. I am seen. I am loved. I am heard. I am loved. I am safe.
Such a beautiful message from Karen Drucker. Always so excited to listen to her music and the clarity of her message. Well, as we go into our time of sharing, I just wanted to have us look over the intentions so we know that as we share, we do so in a community fashion. So I am creating a divine space of understanding, love, and compassion for each person to share their beliefs and perspectives in this experience. I'm speaking and acting for myself personally and not for others, and will share my truth honestly and respectfully. I am trusting that this is a safe place to step outside of my comfort zone, or rather that familiar place. And I'm keeping my opinions and advice to myself and will not crosstalk nor give advice or suggestions. I am keeping confidential what is shared here. And I'm ensuring each participant has equal time to share. And I'm also honoring and respecting anyone who chooses not to share. I am lightening up and I am joy. And I'm just going to stop the recording.